Let's go.
AITA for calling the cops on my brother after he stole from me? Me, 19F, and my brother, 17M, have never really gotten along. He's always been kinda reckless, but lately he's been getting worse. Sneaking out, lying, and now, stealing. A few days ago, I noticed some money missing from my room. I don't keep a ton of cash, but I had about $300 saved up for something important. Gone. At first, I thought I misplaced it, but then I checked my brother's room, and guess what? Found some of my bills crumpled up in his drawer. I confronted him, and he straight up denied it. Even when I showed him the money, he said he found it outside. Like, bro, be serious. I told my parents, expecting them to back me up, but they brushed it off like, he's just a kid. He probably needed it for something. That pissed me off, so I told my parents either he gives it back or I call the cops. They didn't take me seriously, so I actually did it. Not to get him arrested or anything, just to scare him. The cops came, talked to him, and made him give the money back. They didn't charge him, just gave him a warning. Now my family is mad at me, saying I took it too far and should have just let my parents handle it. But they weren't doing anything, and I'm tired of him getting away with stuff. AYTT for calling the cops on my own brother? 0. Additional information from OOP. OP. Wild how I'm the bad guy for expecting basic respect and not wanting my money to mysteriously disappear. Guess accountability is optional in this family. AITA has no consensus bot. OOP was NTA. Top comments. Commenter 1. NTA. Sometimes tough love is the only way to make someone wake up. You didn't ruin his life, you might have just saved it. Commenter 2. NTA. You did give your parents an opportunity to handle it. They chose not to. So they can't really justify complaining that you turned elsewhere to handle it. Commenter 3. NTA. Your brother stole from you, and your parents refused to do anything about it. If they had handled it properly, you wouldn't have had to call cops. You didn't press charges. You just made sure he faced some consequences. Hopefully, this will teach him a lesson before he escalates to worse things. Update #1. March 17, 2025. Next day. So things have been awkward as hell at home. My parents are still acting like I'm the villain, and my brother has been giving me the silent treatment, which honestly isn't the worst thing in the world. But here's where it gets interesting. Turns out I wasn't the only one he was stealing from. A few days after everything went down, my mom pulled me aside and admitted that some of her money had gone missing too. She thought she had just misplaced it, but now she's realizing it was probably him. I didn't say I told you so even though I really wanted to, but I just gave her a look and was like, yeah, exactly. Now my parents are finally taking it seriously, but instead of being mad at him, they're talking about how he's just going through a phase and how they don't want to be too hard on him. Meanwhile, he's still stomping around the house acting like I ruined his life. At this point, I've just distanced myself completely. I'm keeping my door locked, not leaving anything valuable around, and honestly counting down the days until I can move out. Didn't expect this to get so much attention, but I really appreciate all the comments. It helped me see that I wasn't overreacting, and honestly, it's been reassuring to know I wasn't crazy for standing my ground. So, do I feel bad? Nope. Do I regret it? Still no. If no one else is gonna hold him accountable, at least now he knows I will. Additional information from OOP. OOP. Didn't think this would blow up like it did, but glad to know I wasn't overreacting. Definitely keeping my guard up from now on. Thank you guys. Top comments. Commenter 1. Good for you for standing your ground. Unaddressed phases become ways of life. He doesn't know it, but you're the only one actually interested in helping your brother. Commenter 2. Tell your parents that if they refuse to teach him accountability themselves, the penal system will be doing that job for them in a few years. Your brother is 17. Barring some form of severe brain damage, he knows stealing is wrong. Stealing is only going to be a phase if he is taught consequences. Now. Commenter 3. Also, people need to stop acting like teenagers are just kids, as if they simply don't know any better and can't help it. The fuck they can't. Yes, they're still technically not adults, but that doesn't mean they can do what they want without consequences. They're old enough to know better. Hell, 10 is old enough to know better much of the time. I'm just so sick of enabling parents. Update hash 2, March 20th, 2025. 3 days later. So things have escalated a bit since my last update. My parents finally started taking things more seriously, but not in the way I expected. Instead of actually holding my brother accountable, they're now in full on damage control mode, acting like this whole thing is just a family issue that got blown out of proportion. A few days ago, my dad sat me down and basically told me that I need to let this go because my brother is apparently really struggling, and I made things worse by involving the cops. He said my brother feels like I betrayed him and that I should be the bigger person and try to fix things. Meanwhile, my brother? Yeah, no. He hasn't apologized, hasn't even acknowledged what he did. He's just sulking around the house acting like I ruined his life. And now he's trying to turn things on me, telling family members that I overreacted and made things way worse than they were. I've completely checked out at this point. My parents are clearly more worried about keeping the peace than actually teaching him consequences, and I'm just tired of it. I'm looking at moving out sooner than I planned because honestly, I don't feel like being in a house where my own stuff isn't safe and I'm the bad guy for expecting basic respect. Not sure if I'll update again, but yeah, that's where things stand. Didn't think calling out theft would turn into a full family drama, but here we are. Additional information from OOP. OOP. Didn't think standing up for myself would turn into a whole family crisis, but I guess expecting basic respect was too much to ask. Top comments. Commenter 1. They're saying to keep it in their family, right? I'm not seeing any specifications of immediate family. Maybe talk to some extended family and have them give their opinions as well. Commenter 2. Turn it around. Ask Dad. Is it a bigger problem if learns it is okay to steal? Or if he's hurt from a little valid feedback? Or tell Dad if he feels it's no big deal. Can he give you the $300? Wake Dad up. See if he likes losing $300. NTA. Commenter 3. Your parents are enabling him, and it's only gonna get worse if they keep making excuses. Moving out sounds like the best move for your own sanity. Commenter 4. I'm so sorry it's come to this for you. But you're correct in that your parents care more about their reputation and your brother than his criminal behavior. Individuals such as your brother won't be able to get away with their crimes for that long. Continue with your plans and make sure your brother doesn't steal anything else from you, and your parents don't withhold your essential documents from you. Good luck. I hope everything works out for you. Update hash 3, March 24th, 2025, 4 days later. So I ended up having another conversation with my parents, mostly because I couldn't keep walking around the house with this giant cloud over everything. I told them again that I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life. I just want to live in a home where my stuff doesn't get touched and I'm not made out to be the problem for setting a boundary. My mom kind of softened a bit and admitted that they might have been too quick to defend him, but she also said they're just scared of pushing him further away. I get that. I really do. But I told her protecting him doesn't mean ignoring the things he's doing. My brother still hasn't apologized directly, but he did stop talking shit about me to the rest of the family. I think someone, maybe my aunt, told him he was being immature and making it worse for himself. Since then, things have been quieter. Not better, just less tense. I've started looking at part-time jobs and roommate listings so I can move out sooner. I don't hate my family. I'm just tired of being treated like I'm the one who crossed a line for wanting basic trust and honesty in my own home. Anyway, I didn't think I'd post a third update, but I guess I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped me feel like I wasn't insane. Still kinda sucks, but at least now I know I'm not alone. And who knows? If things get weirder, maybe there'll be a fourth. Top comments. Commenter 1. Moving out sounds like the healthiest option. You deserve peace, not tension in your own home. Commenter 2. OP. Tell your mom that she doesn't have to worry about pushing him away, because in less than 3 years he will be in prison and won't be able to get away from them. Tell her that they have created this monster, so don't act the victim when the spoiled, enabled, and entitled boy becomes a spoiled, enabled, entitled man. But when you are an adult, it isn't just a boys will be boys thing. You steal, you go to jail. Tell her that this is the future they have made for their son. If you don't want to tell her that, show her this thread and we will tell her. Prison is full of mamas misunderstood good boys that the world is just being mean to. Commenter 3. I'm hoping no more drama, but that you update when you move out. The truth is that adults and parents do make mistakes. Yours very much have. More than anything, they have failed your brother. Kids need structure and to understand that actions have consequences. He is going to be a shitty person who gets himself in very serious trouble if he continues on this path. Your parents can't protect him from the reality of the world. You can't protect your parents or your brother from what will happen to him via his own bad choices. But you don't have to subject yourself to this nonsense. You can save and move out. Make your own good choices. Obviously, NTA and I hope you are able to find some roommates and move out soon. New update. Update. #4. April 23rd, 2025, 1 month later. It's been about a month since my last update, and honestly, I was hoping things would just settle. Spoiler, they didn't. Things have been quiet on the surface, but super passive-aggressive underneath. My brother is still doing the bare minimum to avoid direct conflict with me, but he hasn't apologized properly. Just a few fake nice moments, like offering me a snack or acting like everything's chill. No actual accountability. The real twist? My mom recently asked me if I'd consider moving past it and trying to rebuild the relationship. She said he's maturing and feeling isolated because of the distance between us. I said, sure, I'll move past it. As soon as someone acknowledges that what he did was straight up wrong and not just a dumb teenage mistake. She didn't really respond to that, just got quiet and walked away. At this point, I've got a move out date. I found a small place and signed the lease last week. I haven't told my brother yet, and I'm low-key curious how he'll react. I think part of him still believes I'm bluffing. Anyway, didn't think I'd still be updating a month later, but this whole thing has turned into the longest slow burn family drama I've ever seen. Appreciate everyone who stuck around and reminded me I'm not the villain for expecting basic trust and boundaries. I'll update if anything wild happens when I move out. Fingers crossed. It's uneventful, but with my family, who knows? Top comments. Commenter 1. He's not maturing, or he would have apologized and taken accountability. Your mom is still enabling him, still blaming you for what happened. The sooner you move out and limit or go and see with your mom, brother, father, and anyone siding with them, the better. They do not respect you at all. Commenter 2. NTA. Stick to your boundaries. Make sure you don't allow your brother in your new place. Idiot. To add, don't tell your parents' brother where you live. Your parents should be ashamed of their actions as well as your brother's. Your brother is not mature. He's a thief. Your parents are teaching him that it's okay to take something because he wants it. Looking at his actions, sounds like he has a drug addiction. Commenter 3. NTA. Don't give a spare keys to your parents or honestly your new address. Now that you're out of the house, your brother may think there is no reason why he can't steal from you again. Don't give him the opportunity. Get a camera doorbell. They make holders for renters and give your parents a P.O. box. Let them forward you mail there. I fear now that you moved out, they know you're serious and the pressure to let it go will increase. That's why not letting them know where you live is a plus. Let their harassment stay confined to calls and texts. The plus side is with you gone, he only had your parents and the neighbors to steal from. And once that starts happening, they can really deny there is a problem, and I doubt the neighbors will let it go either.